To participate. Okay, thank you, Sandra, for reminding me. That was you, Sandra, right? I just heard the voice. Okay, thank you. Yes, we're super excited to be here, and I'm grateful that you're on here. I saw that Anne also just hopped on, so welcome to this call. Anne, today we're going to talk about compensation plan, about the compensation model, a little bit about how to maximize the compensation plan. Real quick, I shared this story on a pop-up training we did last week. But when I started my first business, I had this big goal and this big dream to earn $10,000. That was my goal. When I talked with the person that enrolled me, which is my upline here as well, Lindsay, I said, she's like, what are your goals? I said, I want to make $10,000 with my business. And she said something very important to me. She said, I cannot promise you $10,000, but I promise that your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you change. And so a couple of things happened to me there. I'm a numbers person. So I was like, okay, how many lives equals $10,000? Because I wanted to know the exact strategy of how to make that goal happen. Not just like have a dream board, have a vision board, write it down. I wanted to know the strategy to make that happen. She also, once she told me also something very simple. She said, I bring on about 5 to 10 new customers every single month. And I earned more than that in my first year. And so if you want to do that, emulate that. So I would set your goal. She told me I would set your goal to bring on 5 to 10 new people every single month with product, right? And so I set a clear goal for myself. Two things. I will earn $10,000. I will bring on 5 to 10 new people every single month. Now, there was like a point system there. We don't have that type of point system here, but I'm wording it like that so you can articulate how to set your goals here. It could be bring on 5 new customers with a muscle and metabolic collection, or whatever you want to set your goal as. Bring on 3 new people with muscle and metabolic, or whatever, right? So I set a goal. I will earn $10,000. I will bring on 5 new customers with a product. And so I set that goal. And you know what the craziest thing was? I got to work. I made a lot of sacrifices. I worked a 12-hour workday. When I got home from that 12-hour work shift, I had my 3 little girls, ages 4, 2, and 6 weeks old. The day I signed up, my youngest was 6 weeks old. And I would pick them up from the babysitter just after 5. I would take care of them, feed them, bathe them, burp them, put them in bed, and then I would work my business every single night. Do you think I wanted to work my business after a 12-hour work shift and taking care of 3 little girls by myself? Absolutely not. But I had that goal, that compelling goal to me. Now you might be thinking like $10,000 isn't that much or isn't too huge, or you might be thinking $10,000 is a lot. That's the cool thing about this business and goals. Everybody's goals are different. $10,000 meant the world to me. And the reason I'm going to share this with you, you need to set a solid goal for your income, but also the why behind the goal. Why is that important to you? What does that mean? And now for me, $10,000, my wife made like 12 to $13,000 working the night shift at the Hilton Garden Inn. That was back in 2010, 2011 as I got started. We paid about a couple $1,000s a year in babysitter cost. So it meant a lot to me because it meant if I could make $10,000, my wife wouldn't have to go work the night shift. And when I came home from work, she could be home. She wouldn't have to drop the kids off at the babysitter at 3 p.m. and have me pick them up at 5. Does that make sense why that goal was so important? It doesn't always have to be big, but that was so important for me. I was willing to fight for it. Like we were chatting before we hit record, Felicia shared a little bit about I have a fear of judgment. My fear of not being able to have that quality time with my family when I got home from work was greater than any judgment that could come my way. It was more important to me that I built a business that allowed my wife to come home than what Aunt Susan thought about my business or about me selling something on Facebook. Does that make sense? So get clear about your goal and then come up with a very strong why. Okay. Let's go through the compensation plan. One of the things I want to remind you, and some of the things I'll talk about just so that you know how to word them when you're talking with a prospective affiliate. One of the most important things I want you to remember about our compensation plan is a customer and an affiliate pay the same amount for their products. That's unheard of in this industry. Usually, in this type of business model, someone will have to pay a sign up fee, then pay a monthly fee to have their account to sell or have their link, and then they have to be on a specific amount of auto ship product to get paid their compensation or to earn their earnings. Okay, that's typically how it works. And they usually get a discount. It could be a 25% discount, it could be a 20% discount, it could be a 10%. But typically when someone's an affiliate of a multi-level marketing or a direct sales company, they pay a sign-up fee, they pay a monthly fee, then they have to be on auto ship to earn, and then they get a discount on their product. Well, we're completely different here. Someone can enroll as affiliate, it costs $0. There's no enrollment fee, there's no monthly business fees. And there's no required product purchases for you to earn from the compensation plan. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, we're going to talk first about the first level of the compensation plan, which is circle sales. Now, circle sales pay daily, which is also unheard of. You make a sale, it comes into your MyPay Quicker account that day. Okay, you get paid that day on that circle sale. And Bailey made her first sales the other day, and once you make your first sale, you get a link from the company to set up your MyPay Quicker account, and your commissions come into there every day from your circle sales. Now, other parts of the comp plan we're going to talk about, you get paid once a month. But circle sales, you get paid every single day that you make a sale. And now, Bailey, if you have trouble getting your MyPay Quicker link from the company, they can send it to you. Just email them or get with me, and we'll make sure that they get that. Sometimes it gets lost in spam or junk, or doesn't send out as quickly as we'd want them to. So, but it goes into the MyPay Quicker account. Okay. Um, Sorry, my son's giving me a thumbs up through the window. I get distracted by his cuteness. So, you get paid daily on your circle sales. Now, what is a circle sell? This is the thing that is really attractive for someone to come into this business and know that you can earn good commissions, whether you want to build a team or not. Now, we'll talk about building a team and the compensation that comes with that. But right now, the first level of compensation is circle sales. And this is why we at Make Wellness are attracting not just the everyday human like you and me, but gyms. I just got a message from somebody today that owns a chiropractic office, and he wants to sell peptides out of his office. So why are we attracting people like that? Normally, people like that are like, I don't do direct sales. I'm a professional. I'm a doctor in physical therapy or this or that. This is my experience in 15 years. Why would I do that thing that you do? But we've built this for the modern affiliate, someone that can come in, and whether they want to build a team or not, they believe in these products, which are natural peptides, and they can have a link and they can send the link or share the link or put it on their flyers or put it in their website. People click it and they earn commissions every single day. So those are the circle sales. That's the first level of the comp plan. Now, your circle sales are your customer orders, your directly enrolled affiliate orders, and your own personal order after you hit 500 in sales between your customers and your direct affiliates. Okay. Now, for example, I see Erica Greer on here. Erica is enrolled under my friend Kiera. So Erica, I wouldn't get a commission from her orders. She's an affiliate, but she's not my direct affiliate. So the person that signed her up is Kiera. So Kiera would get the commission on Erica's order. This, by the way, is also unheard of in multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct sales. Usually, when you have an affiliate that you enroll, they go into a left leg or a right leg or one of your legs, and you no longer get a commission on them, but it counts as volume, which is usually a percentage of the total amount, and then you get paid based on like a balance of volume between legs. That's not the case here, which is also unheard of. So you get a commission when you're directly enrolled customer, when you enroll a customer in the order, when you're directly enrolled affiliates order, and when your personal order goes through. If you have 500 in circle sales total, and then let's say you order 200 and 700, you get a commission on 700. Now, in this image here, by the way, if you guys have questions, feel free to pop them up and I'll try to take a look at them. Or if something doesn't make sense on a slide, just unmute me and say, hey, this doesn't make sense. So You can earn between 10 and 40% commissions. I'm not going to go through all of these, but right at the first is 0 to 499. You get a 10% commission. When you get up to rising affiliate, that's 500 in sales to 999 in sales. That's 12% commission. When you get to senior affiliate, that's 1,000 to 1,999 in sales. You get 14% commission. Now, feel free to screenshot this and save it so you can set your goals. When you get to premier affiliate, you can see that's highlighted in green. This is what we call here at Make Wellness the core rank. And it's between 2,000 and 4,999 in monthly sales. If the commission is 20%, you also get a $50 product credit and you get a commission guarantee of $500. Now you're going to see there's also a commission guarantee at Rising Affiliate and at Premier Affiliate. And we'll come back to that slide in just a minute. But the reason I want you to remember this needs to become part of your, if you want to build a team or even launch your own business, this is something you need to just remember. Get my first customer. It's like a checklist. So screenshot this as well. What do I do? Get my first customer, get my first commission, sell $500, get that first rank. The first rank is Rising Affiliate. It's a guaranteed commission of $100. Get to the next rank, sell 1,000, earn a guaranteed commission of $200, Senior Affiliate. And then the next one, sell 2,000, get a guaranteed commission of $500, and it is called a Premier Affiliate. Now, one of the things I just want to point out, because I want you guys to understand the compensation plan, is that let's say you sold $2,000. If you do the math, 2,000 times 20%, you can see that would be $400. If you calculate that, it's $400. But that's the core rank, the one that we want people to get, like we want every person possible to get to that core rank. Because that rank is so important, they give you a guaranteed $500 commission. So they actually pay you $100 more than what you actually earned according to the commission structure. Now, let's say you surpass it. Like Sandra shared that she was 3K. I don't remember the exact number. Let's just say it's 3,200. So Sandra could easily know what she's going to earn. She puts 3,200 times, looks at the chart, 20% times 0.20. It shows $640. So her commissions on her circle sales would be $640. Okay. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? As it goes up, for example, my circle sales, I can't remember what it was. It was like 18,000. So if you guys want to know what did Scotty earn without the team, or you see Jared McDonald, 12,000 this month, you calculate it 18,000 times, you look at that, that's in the Premier 15K, 15,000, 19,000. So it's 26%. So you go times 0.26. So it's $4,680 in circle sales commissions. And those just get paid daily throughout the month. Now, one thing I want you to think about as you're setting your own personal goals for your income, like mine was, let's break this. I should have made a slide on this, but let's say my goal was 10,000. That was my initial goal. So what I would do is I would go 10,000. Oh, I got a dot in there. It's just giving me a bunch. So I do 10,000. Oh, let me do this. So I do, let's say I want to do 10,000. 10,000 divided by 12 months, because you get paid, these is circle sales, it resets every month. I would need to earn $833 a month. Okay. So I would then, if I was doing that, I would need to reverse engineer and be like, okay, what do I need to get my circle sales monthly to earn $10,000 in a year? I would clearly know I need to earn $833. Now that's very close to where Sandra was at. So I'd assume it'd be like, let's say you get to 4,000 in circle sales. So Alma has hit between 4,000 and 5,000. So let's just say she's at 4,000 circle sales times, she's still in the Premier Affiliate times 20. She would earn $800. So it's very close to that. You could very easily calculate to achieve the specific goals that you want. Now, I'm just going to ask you a question. Like, I'm looking at your camera. Let's just say that you get to 4,000 in circle sales in the next 6 months. Whatever your goal is, or a year, you're hitting 4,000 consistently. How many of you guys would like an extra $800 a month? Would that be beneficial to your finances? Absolutely, right? I want to ask a question, like even getting to that first core rank of $500 a month, is that beneficial? Would that help? relieve some stress. Now I want to ask you guys another question. How many people do you know in your life that if you could help them earn an extra $500 a month, they would have less stress in their life? I know it. And so I want you guys to think outside of yourself when you build this business. When you think outside of yourself, one of my favorite quotes from Jim Rohn: help enough people get what they want in life, and you'll get everything that you need. And so as you're building this business and setting your goals, I really like to look at it like, how is that person that I'm talking to? How could this benefit them? Obviously, we know how the peptides can benefit them, but I think too often we as affiliates don't think about how this affiliate opportunity will bless the lives of your friends. And so I want you to really think about that. When you can take your mindset to that next level, how will me helping guide somebody to earn an extra $500 a month, how would that benefit them? How would I feel knowing that I played a part in that, that I was the one that maybe was the answer to their prayer? They've been praying, looking for a solution, trying to figure out if they need another job. Maybe they just lost their job and they're trying to just make it by right now. And you could be that person that comes into their life and says, hey, I have something for you. I think you should take a look at it. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not, but you should at least take a look at it. So I want you guys to think like that, okay? You can see the commission structure goes all the way up. The commission goes up as you get more in circle cells. I saw Lindsay Matway's post. That's my sponsor. There's two girls over 100K in circle cells. So if you do that math on that, they made 40,000 in commissions from their own personal cells. That is a mind-blowing compensation plan. That's without building a team or any of the pay structure we're going to talk about on earning from a team. That's just their own personal circle cells. Okay. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys, in order to get paid daily with circle cells, you have to have your own personal subscription of $100 or more, and then you'll get paid daily. Now you might be thinking, okay, what if I don't have a subscription or 100? Because you told me this model, you don't have to have a subscription to earn. That is true. If you don't have a subscription of $100 on AutoShip or more, you still get your circle cells pay, but it just pays once a month on the 10th of the month instead of daily. Does that make sense? We don't talk about that enough, so I want to make sure you guys understand how that works. Okay, so we talked about this. Your goal, my friends, think about this for yourself, but I want you to also, when you listen to this stuff, think about how do I apply that to building a team? Help them get their first customer, help them get their first rank and earn that guaranteed commission of $100. Help them get that second rank of affiliate, earn the guaranteed commission of 200. Help them get to 2,000 in sales and hit Premier Affiliate. The one thing I want to share with you guys about this, that number resets every first of the month. So let's say you got to 1,900, you're like so close. You're like, I almost got there. That sucks. I have to start back over. Well, in all reality, you don't really have to start back over, because all of your auto subscribe customers or directly enrolled affiliates, those orders will come through the next month, plus the new customers that you bring on. So I want to encourage you to set a goal of how many new customers you bring on every single month, customers or affiliates on product, because that's going to help you increase your circle cells. You have retention from previous months coming through again, but then you bring on new customers and that number starts to grow and compound. Okay, there's a little note here. We'll talk about it in a minute, but for those of you that are new, this is good for you as well, because you will enroll new affiliates. When your new affiliate hits 2,000 in circle cells or the core rank of Premier Affiliate, when they hit 2,000 in circle cells in their first full month, they get a $500 gift card on top of the $500 commission. So what does that mean? Let's say it's October 1st. So let's say Rena enrolls a customer tonight or tomorrow. That new affiliate, they have all the way until end of November to hit that 2,000 in monthly sales, that core rank of Premier Affiliate, to earn the $500 gift card. Is that clear? So that's for new affiliates, okay? So the Premier guarantee of $500 commission is forever. If you're hitting 2,000 in circle cells every month, you're going to get the guaranteed $500 commission. But as your sales grow, as we saw here, you're just going to get paid exactly what you get paid. Just like I shared the example of Alma at hers, or I shared the example of Sandra at 3,000 circle cells, what she earned. You get paid exactly what you earn, but if it falls short of that guaranteed, they'll pay you the guaranteed. But the goal is to make that number continue to grow. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so this is just a recap. Become a Premier affiliate, get a guaranteed $500 commission. I want you guys to think I need to get to Premier affiliate so that I can show my affiliates what is possible. You never want to be that leader that says, go do this, but you're not doing it yourself. So the first step for you to be a leader is to do it yourself. You do it yourself, and then you teach others how you did that. And the cool thing is, you don't have to teach them on your own. You have the company, the corporate team to help teach them. You have me to help teach them, this whole entire team. So it's not all placed on because trust me, I have people that say, I don't know how to be a leader. I don't know how to teach somebody else. Bring them into the team and we'll help teach them with these training calls and inside of the team page. So never be afraid to bring on an affiliate to your team because we're here to help teach them as well. Okay. So become a Premier affiliate. Now, here's a cool thing. We kind of talked about this. Remember when you hit Premier affiliate in your first full calendar month, you get a $500 gift card, but it's called Make Moments. But they also have Make Moments that you can achieve at any time in your business. So this is a great thing to also share with someone you might meet online that maybe is an influencer or is really good at sharing things online. You can be like, hey, this is how cool the compensation plan is, but look at this also. So when someone hits Premier 30K, so 30,000 in sales for a month for the first time, they get another $500 gift card. When they hit 40K for the first time, they get another gift card for $1,000. When they hit 50,000 for the first time in a month sales, they get a $1,500 gift card. If they hit 75,000, they get a 2,000. Here's the thing, those stack. So just to give you an idea, I was on the shout out page saying that I earned $1,500 in gift cards. And the reason is because I hit 30K and I hit 40K. And so I'm going to get a 500 plus the 1,000. So that's just another thing down the road as your numbers grow and compound. When you hit 30K in circle cells, you're going to get another $500 gift card. So that's just another thing that you can share when you're talking to a prospective affiliate. All part of the compensation plan because it's money, free money given to you for accomplishing some goals. So, okay, we spent like 30 minutes only talking about circle cells. The reason I did that is because that's the most important first level thing. As you work on your affiliate business, you're building your circle cells, you're bringing on customers, you're bringing on affiliates, your own order counts in that. That's the first way for you to just start earning some income. Now, the next level of compensation is what's called the affiliate development bonus. Okay, take a screenshot of this. My computer is not charging on this plug, so I need to grab it so I don't lose. I'm at 3%. Give me 1 second. Screenshot that. I'll be right back. Oh. 3%. Okay, sorry about that. I'm at like 3%. That would have been really bad to drop that call. I got to come over here, plug this in. Okay. That would have been actually way sad. Okay. Okay, here we are, a different angle. Okay, so this is called the affiliate development bonus. This is the next level of compensation. So let's talk about how this works. Okay, shows my power is charging. I hope my charger just isn't like broken or something. Shows it's charging. Okay, the next level is affiliate development bonus. What does this mean? So one thing to think about in your business, there's no left leg, no right leg. When you sign up a customer and affiliate, they're all one level under you. Okay, just think of like, let's say Carrie-L's right here, and then below her, it's like as she enrolls customers and affiliates, they just go like this for infinite levels across. So everybody is one line, a customer line or an affiliate line. Okay. So there's an image here. So when someone under you, let's say, okay, I enrolled Laura. So Laura's one under me, right? So when Laura, if you look at this image here that says you and then customers and directly affiliates. So that's what I'm saying. So you could have like 50 customers across and 50 affiliates across, let's say a year from now or 2 years from now, whatever pace you build. Okay. Anytime that you have um, one of your affiliates gets to that core rank. Remember, core rank is premier, which is 2,000 in circle cells. That then becomes a premier team. Okay. And it also becomes what is called tier one. Okay. This is going to be a little confusing, but we're going to talk about it. One thing that I will guarantee you is that once you get to premier yourself and start getting to the point where you are earning from the affiliate development bonus, you and I, no matter if you're signed up by me or levels deep in our team, can have a one-on-one conversation and make sure that you understand specifically how it works in your team and that you're understanding it 100%. But we're going to go over the basics of it right now. So the first, when there's somebody, let's say this one, this image where it says you, and then there it goes to the left, customer to the right, affiliate. I wish I knew how to highlight, but that direct affiliate, when you have one that is, oh, it has the example here. It goes down. That first direct affiliate is not a premier affiliate. You can see that. And they sign up someone, they sign up a customer and affiliate, they sign up a customer and affiliate, and it looks like one, two, three, four levels down. You can see on the right, do you guys see where it says Premier Affiliate, the green one that looks a little different? So that's the first affiliate in that line, that team that hits 2,000 in circle cells. They're a Premier Affiliate. So what happens is that becomes tier one. Everything between you and that person, that first person that hits 2,000 in cells becomes one tier. You take all of the volume of cells in that whole section, that whole tier, and then you times it by tier one. You can see 8%, and you get 8% commission override. So to give you an idea, let's say in that organization, okay, this is charging. Whew. Okay. Let's say in that organization, obviously that premier affiliate has 2,000 in cells. That's why they're premier. But let's say if you calculate those other two affiliates and the customers, that there's an additional $1,000 in cells. So what you do, there's 2,000 from that premier affiliate. Let's say there's an additional 2,000 combined between everybody. So let's say there's 4,000 in that tier, in that section. You do 4,000 times 0.08, because that's tier one is 8%. You would earn $320 for everything that happened in your organization between you and that first premier affiliate. All of the volume from all of the affiliates down there, all the way till that premier affiliate, and all of the customers of each of those affiliates down to that. That's called tier one. You get paid 8%. Okay. And then let's say you can see that image premier affiliate. You see below there's another affiliate and another customer. And let's say it goes down. Next time it's not 4 levels. Let's say this affiliate right here enrolls somebody and they hit premier affiliate. Then that section between everything between that first premier affiliate and the next one is tier two. So all the volume of cells in that organization become tier two, and you calculate all of the volume of cells in that times 6.06, 6%. And then you earn that. And then the same thing goes. The next goes down that line to the next premier affiliate, all the volume between that. You calculate all the volume, all the premier affiliates that might be in there, all of the customers of each of them. That is times by 4%. Does that make sense? So this affiliate development bonus, the ADB, goes down till tier 5, and that's the last level. And at tier 5, you get paid 1%. After that, you don't get paid any more affiliate development bonuses. So let's say we're a decade down the road, and you have premier affiliates that are 10 levels deep. You're only getting paid the affiliate development bonus until tier number 5. Does that make sense? So you get your circle cells, which is your customers and your affiliates. Then tier 1 is everybody between those people and the first premier affiliate. Okay. And like I said, when you get to that point, let's say Cariel, you get to affiliate and you develop your first premier affiliate. Like you can message me and be like, hey, Scotty, I got my first premier affiliate. Can we like get a piece of paper out, write their names out, and calculate exactly how this is working so I can understand it? And I will do that with any of you when you get to that point. Just let me know. Okay. Does that sound fair? Just to make it more clear. Okay. So that's how the affiliate development bonus works. So to give you an idea, in my business, just to show you the structure, I signed up Vance Shirtliff. He's a doctor of physical therapy. We went to high school together. So he's my directly enrolled affiliate. Okay. Now he enrolled Jared McDonald. And Jared, as you guys know, hits anywhere between 12, 25,000 in circle cells. And so before Vance ever hit Premier Affiliate, Jared hit Premier Affiliate. So, so what happened then was all of Vance's cells and his customers and any of us other affiliates, and then all of Jared became the first Premier Affiliate. All of his customer orders and his affiliates became my first tier. So let's say that all adds up and it's 25,000. I would earn 25,000 times 0.8% for that tier. Does that make sense? That's how that works. And so now, like when Jared develops his first Premier Affiliate, down his line, that would be times 6%. So that's just a real life example of how that works. Okay. Now you might be thinking, like, if you're like me, I think big. I'm like, okay, I'm building this thing for 10 years. What about when I have Premier Affiliates that are levels 10 deep, that are levels 20 deep? Because my goal is to create leaders and create duplication. I don't earn for all that work that I'm helping build this company with. Well, that's where the third way to earn comes in. So the first way is circle cells. Second way is right here, affiliate development bonus till level 5. And then the third way is the total team bonus. And how this works is this is not your circle cells. This is your total team cells. So as you start recruiting affiliates, when your affiliates have cells and they have customers, that all counts towards your total team cells. So when, like, for example, when I woke up this morning, my office, because it starts at 0, I add just a few $100s worth of circle cells of customers that came through last month. But my team cells were like 5,000 on day 1. That's just because we have affiliates like each of you that are on here that made some sort of cell. Somewhere in the team, cells happened. So those are total team cells. Anyone that comes in underneath of you forever, infinite, goes into your team cells. Even after the level tier 5 or whatever, 10 years from now, Cariel, let's say you're 10 years in and you've built this deep organization that just compounds over time, and it's deeper than 5 levels. All of the cells below that also go into that. Everything that comes in infinite into your team goes into your team cells. So they have a team bonus that they pay out monthly. And the first level is at the first where you get a bonus for it is called 4K leader. You have 4,000 in total team cells and you have 1 premier affiliate, you get a $50 bonus. Okay? A $50 bonus. So when you get to 4K, you get a $50 bonus. At the end of this call, there's a retreat when you get to 4K as well that you can go meet with corporate. So if you're working on your circle cells goals, I would also set a really strong, solid goal to get to 4K leader, because you get to go to headquarters and meet with Justin Prince and the team. So 4K leader is 4,000 cells, 1 premier affiliate, 1 premier team. So that's a $50 bonus. Next one's 8K leader. It's 8,000 in total team cells, 2 premier affiliates, 2 premier teams. Now you might be asking, what's the difference between a premier affiliate and a premier team? Okay, remember when I said when you enroll people, they all go like this, horizontal, forever, right? Let's say, I know Cariel is not enrolled by me. She's with Sandra. Laura's with me. Sandra's with me. Let's give this example. Cariel, you're with Sandra, correct? Okay, so Sandra is one of my premier affiliates. So she is a premier team. That's a premier line or premier team. Now, when Cariel goes to premier, she is under Sandra. That's already a premier team for me, or a premier line. And then Cariel's under Sandra. So that's 1 premier team still, but 2 premier affiliates. And then let's say Cariel develops another premier affiliate. Now that would still be one premier team, 3 premier affiliates. So that's the difference between team and affiliate. Now let's say I have 50 affiliates and 15 of them are premiers, but none of them have developed other premiers yet. That would be 15 premier teams because they're directly enrolled by me, and 15 total premier affiliates. So a team is a line. But here's the cool thing I want you guys to know. They don't have to be directly enrolled by you. Also unheard of in this industry. So this is an example. let's say Laura, you never hit Premier, but you brought on somebody and they brought on somebody and they brought on somebody and they became a Premier affiliate. That still counts as one of my Premier teams, even though I didn't enroll them. Does that make sense? And then at any time in the future, in this example case, Laura could become a Premier affiliate, and now there's two Premiers in that team. They're still in one line. Does that make sense? I know it's all brand new, but I want to make sure we're understanding what the difference between a Premier team and a Premier affiliate. So it goes up. 8K leader is 8,000 in sales. Two Premier teams, two Premier affiliates, two Premier teams. 16K leader, 16,000 in total team sales. Three Premier affiliates, two Premier teams. So that means you need at least two lines and then three total. So in that example, let's say I enrolled one rock star that just develops other rock stars. And let's say I enrolled Vance and he's a premier. And then he develops Jared as a premier. And Jared advances someone else as a premier. And he advances someone else as a premier. And now there's four total premier affiliates, but that's all in one team. That makes sense? So I wouldn't get that bonus because I don't have two premier teams. Okay, perfect. Okay, and remember, they don't have to be directly enrolled by you to become a premier team. Okay, so let's say Rena went and became Rena, you're with Laura again, right? I'm trying to make sure I understand. Okay, let's say Rena goes and hits 2,000 and she beats Laura by like a month, let's just say. It's just an example. Rena, you would become that premier team, the first premier in that leg. You're a premier team. And then when Laura's premier is also, now it would be still one team, two premiers. Okay, that's the difference between premier team and affiliate. Just doing lots of repetition so we can understand it. As you can see, it goes up 100K visionary. That's my next goal, is 100,000 in monthly team sales. You need 15 premier affiliates and at least five premier teams. So five different lines, a total of 15. Each of these, I didn't share these. Each of them have a monthly bonus that gets paid monthly. Any month that you hit those qualifications, you get that bonus. So 100K is $1,500 a month. 200K mentor is 3,000 a month. 400K mentor is 6,000 a month. Like I look at that and I'm like, man, when we get this team to 400K a month, that's almost a six-figure business. And definitely if you have your own circle of sales. So that just gives you an idea. So when you're setting your long-term goal, I want you to not just set a circle cell goal, but set a team goal, a total team bonus goal. I've said this a lot of time. My 5-year goal is to lead a 5 million legacy maker team. It seems crazy right now. Like we're not even to 100K, but I know the power of the compound effect, and I know the power of stacking your daily wins and what the compound effect does when you compound your efforts. So our goal for our entire team is a 5 million a month team with 80 premier total team or affiliates and 8 teams. It's $100,000 a month bonus. So that's a total team bonus. I'm just going to give you guys an idea. I built my former business in 14 and a half years with no experience, working a 12-hour job when I started. Obviously, I left my job after 14 months and have done this full time. But our team at the highest point was doing $8 million in sales a month. And so when I see this, I know it's possible because it's been done before. So set what your team goal is. I really think the two big team goals that you need to set for yourself, you pick the timeline, but is 4K leader. So you can go to the retreat at headquarters. And the next big goal would be at least 25K visionary. And then your big next ambitious goal, whether it's a year, 2 years, should be 100K. And then like at least set like 3 benchmarks that you want to really strive for. And then set your big ambitious goal. Mine's 5 mil legacy maker in 5 years. You could even have the goal for 5 mil legacy maker as well. Make it 10 years, make it 8 years. You get to decide the business that you're going to grow with this. Okay, now let's go through real quick. We have 15 minutes to wrap this up. I promise we will not go over this time. The Friend Share program. This is brand new today. So I put this slide together like 5. I screenshotted it from the corporate call. The Friend Share program, you can go into the hub. The hub is where I get all of my information. The Make Wellness Hub. The Friend Share, they made it super simple. When your customer logs in to their account, it's going to show on this right side, give 10 Friend Share and their code. It's going to share it. When they log in, it's going to pop up. You don't have to try to direct them on how to find that link. Every time they log in, it's going to be on the main page. Okay. Let me pull up this chat. Oh, Carrie said real quick. Yeah, you can share these slides on your stories. Absolutely, you can share the potential. With the total team bonus, have a little, you only get the bonus if you have the premier affiliates that month. Yep. So for example, one month our team hit 103,000 in sales, but we had 13 premier affiliates. So we didn't qualify for 100K visionary. And then of course, that rank wasn't like I wasn't awarded that rank and I wasn't paid that bonus because you have to have the volume number plus the number of premier teams and affiliates that you need. So that is a good question. Correct. Like you could have 5 million in sales. I know this is big, but you could have 5 million in sales. You could have 100 premier affiliates in your downline. But if you only had 6 lines that had premiers in them, you wouldn't get paid that bonus. You would go up to this 2 million. You'd be paid the bonus of the 2 mil impact maker because you had 100 premier affiliates, 6 premier teams. So you'd get the $25,000 bonus instead of the 100. Does that make sense? So you'd get whatever you qualify. You have to hit the numbers across. Okay. Friend share, super cool concept. Um, how this works, it's live right now is when you have a customer. They will log into their account. They see a link. You can see it right here. They can copy that link. They can click the share that link button. So they can copy it. They can send it in their email. They can text it. They can send it to anybody. They can put it on their bio, whatever you want. When your friend shares that link, their friend that orders gets $10 off their first order. And your friend that shares that link gets a $10 product credit. So this is going to be really for that customer that's not really on board with building a business. They're like, I don't have time to build a business. Affiliate marketing is not for me. I would never do network marketing or multi-level marketing, but I love the product. This is that opportunity for them to just share their link and get product credits and help their friend get $10 off that first order. Okay. Here's the really cool thing I want you to understand about that. Let's say, Laura, you have some friends that are like that and they share, they get their friend $10 off. And their friend's a customer and that friend shares and their friend's a customer and that friend shares. All of that goes into your circle sells. When your customers sell, obviously they get the $10 product credit. Their friend gets the $10 off the first order. But all of those orders, the volume of those orders go into your personal circle sells towards your own circle sells pay, which was that first level of compensation that we talked about. Okay. And they really talk about this is, that they can see it right away when they log into their account, but it's really after a couple, a month and they're loving it. You have that conversation if they want to be an affiliate. And if they don't, it's like, hey, I want to make sure that you understand this share program that you have. Like you can earn product credit, $10 product credit and help friends get $10 off if anybody's ever asking you about that fit peptide you're using or that lean peptide. Like it's cool you don't want to be an affiliate. There's this other cool referral program that can get you some, discount on your product. So super awesome. I absolutely love this because I have customers right now that work for corporate of Melaleuca, which is a network marketing company that are using the products and they love them. One of them super undercover because he is a corporate mentor at Melaleuca and can't sell these products because it would compromise his job. But there's nothing against him getting product credit if he shares something that he loves. And so that's something he could do and not be an affiliate and earn a 1099 and all of that stuff, right? Okay.
Laura has a question in the chat.
Oh, yes. Let me see what we got here. Scotty, can you share these slides? Yes, I can share these slides. I see my friend share in my back office. We can give it to a new customer. And do we also get a commission and a $10 credit? Laura, I don't know that question. I will ask it tonight. I don't know if an affiliate can.
Scotty, it's in my back office with my ID number on it. So,
The customer share is?
uh-huh.
Okay, then I would assume it works. But I will ask that question. I don't want to say
Okay.
yes or no.
Okay. I had one more question about if you hit I know that I'm going back. This
That's
is off.
fine.
If you hit Premier and then you lose it for a month or two, does that Premier team go back to just a regular team, or if there's no other Premier below
Yeah,
it, or
yeah.
how does that?
Let's say that was yours, Laura. Like Laura,
Yeah.
you hit Premiere before, now you're not. There's
Yeah.
no other premieres below you. So you like your line in my organization was one Premiere team, one Premiere affiliate. So when you're not a Premiere affiliate, let's say in September. It just like when I'm looking at, just to give you an example, when I'm looking at my total team bonus and I'm like, okay, what was the total team volume? How many premier teams? How many premier affiliates? It's just the exact math of that month.
Okay.
So the next time that you're at it, that your premier affiliate and team again, then it will just show up, for example, in my office as the premier team, one
Okay.
more premier team and one more premier affiliate. And then
Okay.
if another month you miss it or someone else does, it just shows the exact math of that month, how many what's the total amount of sales, how many premier affiliates and premier teams. So just
Got
what I love about that is just so simple and straightforward. You know exactly what you're going to get paid for team volume for that team monthly team bonus and your circle cells. And when you get good at it too, and you get paid on the other one we talked about, the 8%, 6% for the affiliate development bonus, you can see that in your office as well. Like mine showed like the tier with Jared and Vance, for example, it showed 32,000. It shows it right in your office. So I can just go 32,000 times 8% and I can know exactly what that affiliate development bonus was for that line. Okay. So that was a great question. Okay, that's the friend share. We're wrapping up here. Now that's all of the compensation. Circle cells, affiliate development bonus, which is 8%, 6, 4, 2, 1, and then total team bonus. The last are, I call this compensation because it's a free trip. It's the Make Momentum Retreat. That's the one I said, set a goal to get to. Oh, this is the big one. This is the 100K. Guys, I want more than nothing to be at this retreat. It's in January. So I have October, November, December to build our team to 100K visionary. That's 100,000 in sales, 15 total premier affiliates. And so just so you guys know, when you're setting your goals, it's in Black Desert Resort in St. George, Utah. The next one is January 22nd to the 25th, 2026. You got to be obviously in good standing with your business. And then you have to reach 100K visionary rank at least once in the qualification period. So I just need to have it sometime either in October, November, December, at least once. And so when you set your goals, that's how you qualify. So obviously, where each of you are right now, it's not going to be possible to get there in 3 months. But what I would do is set my goals for January 2027. I am going to the top leader retreat at Black Desert Resort in St. George, Utah. So that was basically like, for those of you that were Beachbody before, that was basically like, it's basically equivalent to the leadership retreat that you saw many of us go to in the fall, the smaller one that you saw your top leaders go to. So that's the Make Momentum Retreat. Set your goals for 2027 to build a 100K team. Next, this is the one that I was saying, set that first goal for 4K leader. This is very achievable for every single one of you on this call. Every single one of you, whether you signed up today, whether you enrolled next week and Felicia sent you this video and said, here's how you earn money. This is 100%, not very, 100% achievable for everyone on this call. It will be June of 2026. How do you qualify? You have an active account with Make Wellness, and you must achieve 4K leader for the first time and maintain it for a total of 3 consecutive months. Guys, June is a long ways away. That's 9 months away. For you to build a team that has 4,000 in sales, that's it. I'll go back and show you exactly the qualification so you can say, I'm earning that. 4K leader is 4,000 in sales, one premier affiliate, and obviously you get your $50 bonus. But that's how you earn it. That's it. And then you get to go to corporate in Salt Lake City and meet with Justin Prince and have a breakthrough academy. Guys, I can't express how incredible that will be for your business to go sit with the corporate team with Justin Sarah, Justin Prince, Truman Hunt, who built the company New Skin from 600 million to 3.5 billion dollars. Sit in the room with them and they're going to give you a strategy to take your business then from that to 100K visionary so you can earn the next retreat. Like earning that is going to be huge for your self-confidence. Like I'm capable. It's also going to be huge because you're going to go there, take pictures with Justin Prince, take pictures at corporate and say like, I'm the shiz. Like, look at what I did. And then all your friends that are saying, no, that's not for me. I don't think I could do that. They see you do that and it's going to give that extra proof of belief to your audience, to your affiliates that haven't taken action yet, to the person that's watching you saying, that's just a phase. That thing's just going to come and go. They're going to see how serious it is, how real it is. So I want you to get there and be celebrated with the corporate team. Like that's mind blowing to me. Like I think of my former company, and if the CEO would have been like, have 4,000 in sales and you get to fly out to Santa Monica and hang out with me, I'd be like, what? That's crazy. Like I heard about it and I was like, earn it. Everybody, you need to earn that trip. So that's in June. Exact dates will be given. So remember, you have 9 months. You got to hit it for 3 months. So then you need to reverse engineer and say, I have to have my team at 4,000 in sales in the next 6 months. So then I can have it for month 6, 7, and 8, and then go on the ninth month. Okay, so you need to reverse engineer and not procrastinate that. Okay, the last celebration, and then we'll wrap this up. I'm super fired up about this. We are going to Hawaii in October 20th through the 24th. It's a 9-month period. Guys, Jared McDonald and his wife and Gabby and I are going on a trip in November to Cancun, Mexico it's called Make Memories. And that's the first trip that we earned. It's a all paid trip for two to an all inclusive resort. It wasn't that hard to earn. I'll be honest with you. If you're treating this like a business, it's not that hard to earn. Here's the thing. This trip is easier to earn than the last one. The last one was a 6-month period. This is a 9-month period. You have 9 months to earn it. It started last month. So anything you did last month counts. And it's a 9-month period. Just so you know, when you enroll a brand new affiliate, when they order a launch box, they get 15 points towards that trip, automatically awarded. So it kind of gives them a little fast start. Okay. So you have 9 months to earn the trip. It's going to be in October 20th through the 24th in Hawaii. How you earn it, you need 150 points. I did a call last week, a pop-up call. It's recorded. If you need that call, let me know. And I tell you exactly how you earn those points. But you get 150 points and you get, if you've never earned a trip, it's your first trip. So everybody but Jared and I on this team, you need 150 points. Jared and I will have to earn 165 points if it's your second trip. If you ordered a founder's box in before and were given 10 points towards the Cancun trip and you didn't earn the Cancun trip and you ordered that launch box, you get those 10 points towards this trip. If you ordered a launch box in the past, like the founder's box. Okay. So clear as mud. Okay. And if you need all the details on how to earn it, there's 3 different ways to earn it. Just to give you an example, I'm doing like, when I did the calculations on that call, I hit 18,000 in circle sales last month. When I hit 18,000 every single month over the next 9 months, I'll earn the trip on that alone. So you can earn it with that. You can earn it with developing new affiliate. Like when you develop a new rise it, when you get your first affiliate to get 500 in sales, you get a point when they get the first 500 in sales. Like when my friend on here, Bailey, made her first 2 sales and hit 500 in sales, I earned a point towards the trip. There's lots of ways to earn the trip. When you get your first premier affiliate, you get points. When you get your first person on your team that gets to 4K team, if you're challenging them to earn that trip, you get even more points. So there's lots of ways to earn points. Here's another cool thing. You must be a premier affiliate each month to collect those points. So remember, getting to premier affiliate is that first core thing for you. And then here's another bonus. You get 25 points over the trip amount. You get a $500 flight credit. You get 50 points over that amount. You get a $1,000 flight credit. Just to give you guys an idea, I got 120 points over what I needed to earn the last trip plus the $1,000 voucher to show you how very capable and possible it is to earn. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the last. We are at the hour, so I want to make sure to wrap this up. But let me close the slides so I can see your beautiful faces. Any other questions right now? Okay.
Get a picture of everyone smiling.
Oh, do it. Let me screenshot it.
You gotta do it. Okay, thanks.
I'll take one. Okay, I'll do 3, 2, 1, then I'll do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got it. My friends, one of the most important things to do from here is you got to say, why not me? Like, why not me? That's the first thing. The second thing, you got to set some clear goals for yourself. Like I'm not going to go through the statistics about when you set a goal, when you write the goal down, when you visit the goal every day, and then when you share that goal with somebody else, the statistics of how likely you are to achieve that go up more with each of those steps. Write the goal, have a goal, write it down. Next step, visit that goal every single day. The last step, share that goal with someone else. My friends, when I earned my first trip to Atlantis in the Bahamas, that was life changing for me. I went on that trip and I was like, what? Like people like walk around with trays and tuxedos and you could just eat the tray. Like in my little Idaho Falls brain couldn't even comprehend that. Like it was just like so such a it widened my it expanded my view of the world and what was possible. And so many other things happened from that. But the thing that I want to share with you guys, I worked in my office when I worked 12-hour days when I earned that trip. I was still working full time until after that trip. I wrote manuals. I had two screens. The trip was to Atlantis in the Bahamas. Both screens, 30 seconds of inactivity popped up Atlantis on both of those screens. So I saw where I was going every single day, multiple times throughout the day. Every time that popped up, I'd say, I'm going there. Like I'm earning that trip. And then the magic just happened because I visualized it and then I just did the simple steps. Remember the simple steps? Show up on social media, be a role model, share testimonials, make new connections with people every single day, at least three. Invite those people. Hey, take a look. Dude, we're doing something awesome here. Like we have natural peptides. It's mind blowing. If I sent you a video, would you take a look at it? Or, hey, do you have any health and fitness goals? What are you working on? And they're like, oh, I want to lose some weight. Oh, I got something for you. Do you want to take a look at it? Okay. You invite, that's an invite. And then the last step is to follow up. Okay. It's that simple. And I can't tell you how many times people say it can't be that simple. My friends, it's that simple. Like I see Amber up there, like, yep, she's a personal trainer who's hit Premier a couple months in a row. And it's literally that simple. And one last thing I want to share with you guys on your invites, when you have an affiliate that you think would be so awesome at this business or you need to help them just take that next step, text me and be like, hey, can we do a three-way Zoom with my prospect? And we'll do it. Amber and I are doing one with this cool guy named Tim on Friday morning at 10 a.m. We're doing a Zoom. So when you have somebody and you just want that little extra help getting them over the edge and seeing the big vision for this, like let me know and I'm happy to do a three-way. But first, you got to send that first video or your share link to them, let them take a look at it. Then when they have more questions, be like, hey, take a look at this link. You guys have a new link now, by the way, for the opportunity. Say, take a look at this link, take a look at the videos, then shoot me a text. And if you want, we can hop on a Zoom with the person that's mentoring me and we can answer any questions you have to help you take those next steps. Okay. All right. Love seeing you guys on here. And let's go get it. Let's not leave this call being like, that was so awesome. That's so motivating. Good for Scotty or good for Amber. No, why not me? And then get clarity and then let's take some massive action. I'm going to be here 10 years from now. So you guys have to decide, am I going to be here 10 years from now? Am I going to put in the work? Guys, I did this. I know I got to get off, but I did this podcast with Truman Hunt last week. And he talked to this lady that was making $100,000 a month in that business, $100,000. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm not doing anything. And he's like, you got to be doing something. You'll have to listen to the podcast, but he walks through all the things that she said, and they're just so simple. She's like, I have a calendar. He's like, why does the calendar have these colors in it? And she's like, when I do everything I'm supposed to do in my business, I highlight that day in green. If I kind of do it, I highlight it yellow. If I don't do my business, I highlight it red. At the end of every month, I look at it and I see where I'm falling short and I do better the next month. If there's more yellows or reds than greens, then I make sure next month I need more greens. Like all of these little things, she's holding herself accountable, not to the end result, but to the action. Did I show up and do those 5 things every day? And just doing those types of things, those small things every single day, compounded to where she was at. She's like, nothing big. Like I can't tell you how this team's going to do $5 million a month in sales, but I can tell you what I'm going to do to get there. I'm going to show up every day and do those 5 things I told you. And then I'm going to pray with faith that God bring the right people into this team and help me be the best servant leader I can to them and help as many people as possible achieve their goals. And I try to wake up every day and just do that. And then I just pray that the rest will happen with the compound effect of stacking those daily wins. Okay, I really got to go. My wife's going to be like, where are you at? Okay, see you guys later, and let's crush it this month. Stop recording. Okay.